Sit down. I'm giving you a educational lesson today
Okay, I'm gonna determine my sexuality after this.
on the types of sexualities, and I split them out based on type. So we have the mains, which I also got pictures and examples of. We have the addies, which are the additional ones, a little bit more like niche,
Okay.
and then we have the evolving and the romantic orientation. Those I never heard of, and I thought was like really
Whoa,
interesting,
okay.
like perspective from.
Aromatic. We like the smell.
So the mains.
Okay.
First one, heterosexual, the one that schmegular people
Schmegular.
are.
Okay.
Attraction to the opposite gender. Obviously, men like women, men like men. I
There's more
pulled
genders.
two hot examples.
Who is that? Sydney Sweden or his wet dream?
Sydney Sweeney is, yeah.
Sydney. Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney, hot. She's
He's really-
straight.
she is.
Do you know who this is?
No, but he's really hot.
Mikkel Marone? I don't know.
He won't be straight for long.
Who? Oh, no. I think it's so funny. Oh my gosh, I have to find this post because there was something that went viral about Troye Sivan commenting on one of his posts saying like, wait, I have to show this to you now. I think it might be on my phone.
Let me pull back 'cause you're not
I'm sorry. How do I get to my bookmarks on it? It's saved.
How many followers do you have?
I don't know.
Go back. Period.
Yeah. It was that one post that went on the FYP. Let me see if it's saved on here.
I think you love me.
Oh my god, I don't think it did. Is it not on X? Did I not save it on X? Sorry.
Ooh.
All my deep fakes that I like. Okay, I can't find it. Basically, Troye Sivan commented on it and was like, doors open, asses up. Come get it, baby. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I have to find that post and we have to put it up if we can. Okay, next, obviously, homosexual. This is us. An example is us. That's it.
Matt Bomer, why is he there? He's not gay.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, yeah.
But I used us as an example instead.
Okay,
yeah, he's
Sarah
out.
Paulson. Yeah,
okay, I picked. Okay, next is lesbiana. This is the type of homosexual. The homosexual is the category they give us, but you have to say gay and like les. So like lesbian.
Is that derogatory?
No, I don't think so. I picked Sarah Paulson though specifically because I saw her in
American Horror Story.
No, but I saw her in American Horror Story. But then I saw her in the park. Oh my god, why am I Washington Square Park?
Oh really?
Yeah, picking up dog shit from one of her dogs, and I'm like, she's just like all of us. Bisexual is another sexual orientation. Frank Ocean.
Is Tyler the Creator bisexual?
I think so. I did research on that. Tyler the Creator, I think, is like still kind of figuring it out.
Okay.
Because I did not use him specifically because I think Frank Ocean has come out and said that he was bisexual. I tried to only pick people that are actually like have come out and said that they're this and not speculation.
Okay.
So that was what made it
Did
kind of hard.
Sweetie come out as straight?
No.
Yeah, maybe clarify. Okay, next.
So pansexual is actually really easy to find. These niche ones are really easy to find because there's like articles.
Really into, like pots and pans, right?
No, that's
like,
not what pansexual is.
one.
Pansexual is the attraction of people regardless of their gender identity or expression.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not necessarily bi.
Yeah, I think I'm pansexual because there's like definitely like more like pansexual is like you're more attracted to like a person than they are like your actual gender. Like doesn't matter like
correct
what you identify as. It's just like I'm attracted to you and I find you attractive and I want to be with you. And
yes.
I find you sexually attractive. No
and
matter, like what you
bookmark this in your head because it becomes more important later on whenever we talk about romantic connections and how those differ.
Okay, deal.
The example here, by the way, is Cara Delevingne. She's really hot.
She is hot.
I don't know how to say her last name, but good for her.
Asexual.
Asexual. This is okay. This means when you have little to no sexual attraction to others, though emotionally or romantic attraction may exist. And we have a special guest from history today because the example we have is Sir Isaac Newton.
Wow.
This is speculation, I will say that, but he was speculated to be asexual because he did not have like a partner, and he didn't really like express himself sexually at all based on like other people's things, but he did apparently have like some kind of partner that may have been a man, so he might have been gay.
Interesting.
or a different type of sexuality. But asexual is the one that most people determine
Should
through
we phone a
identity
friend?
was.
Pierce?
No. When he sees this ever.
know.
Pierce, are you out there?
I know, it's our friend who's asexual.
Yeah. Anyway, the next one and the last main is demisexual. And this is whenever sexual attraction only develops after forming a strong emotional bond. Which the more I think about my sexuality, the more I think like it's kind of on the demisexual side. Because that's when I like enjoy.
I think sex is
more.
always better if you like think of it in this way, like demisexual. Like obviously, like hookup sex is like fun, but sex with somebody that you have like an emotional connection with and like feelings towards, it's like I always think
so
way
much better.
It's
Yeah,
so much better.
So I guess everyone's a little bit demisexual in a way. Which I read this article and they were like, no, there's a clear difference. So TBD on what that difference really is. But
Interesting.
I do agree that there's some form. It's like a spectrum.
Do you feel like demisexual? You have to like be like, I'm demisexual because I don't have sex unless I have a connection with that person.
I think so. Yeah.
Obviously, we like there's times that we don't do that. Like,
yeah.
Hookups, so we're not demisexual.
Yeah, that's true. Because I have had hookups.
We just like sex as more.
Connection. Yeah. Correct. And the example is Alex Kazemi. There's a really long article about it. He came out as demisexual, like the only person literally to ever. Okay. So the next one are the Addies, and we do not have special guests for the Addies, but I felt like it was interesting to kind of go through them because I've only heard of some of these. Obviously, queer, like you hear about,
it's like umbrella term for like LGBTQ.
Exactly. They don't fit in any other category. They just prefer to not label themselves in any specific way.
But you can be gay and queer.
Yeah, you can be gay and queer.
You can be everything and queer.
You can be straight and queer.
But there's like gays that like don't identify with queer, like muscle daddies or like people that are like, no, I'm not queer. Because I think that like that's like something.
It's a spectrum, bro. That's true. But there's some people that just identify as queer.
Yeah.
And they do not like identify with a certain sexuality, which is why queer exists. So another one is polysexual, which is the attraction of multiple but not all genders. Okay. So it's kind of like being in a relationship with many different types of people, which is polyamorous, but it's polysexual, so you can be attracted to multiple different types.
How is that different from pan?
Because pansexual, let's revert, regardless of gender identity or expression. So you're open to all genders, whereas this one is just multiple.
Oh, so like I only like
so you can be select.
Guys.
Yeah.
That's bisexual.
Or any other sort of gender. Okay. Yes. So that's the distinction between pan and poly. Pan is all, poly is multiple, but not all. Okay. Whereas omnisexual is attraction to all genders, often acknowledging gender as a factor in attraction. So this one is even more specific than pan because they're attracted to all genders, but they also have like, I feel like whenever it's saying often acknowledging gender as a factor in attraction is like, okay, yes, I'm omnisexual, but I'm a little bit more attracted to guys than I am girls. Whereas pan doesn't distinguish between the two.
Omnisexual has like a pie chart.
Yes.
Like, I'm like 20% into like
kind of. You can think about it that way.
70% the girl, 30% the queer.
Yeah.
It does not make it to 100, but it's okay. As like 120, but it's
didn't you take math in like college?
I did like engineering as a degree. Engineering degree. Okay.
Wow.
Androsexual?
Attracted to masculine presenting individuals regardless of their gender.
Whoa.
So butch or muscle daddy, you're into it.
Androsexual. Okay.
That's androsexual. Whereas gynosexual is the attraction to feminine presenting individuals regardless of gender. So femme boy.
Okay.
Or just like a pretty girl.
Okay.
So that's an interesting because then the like presence,
feminine, presence no matter the gender. Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
and then there's scoliosexual, which is the attraction to non-binary or queer presenting individuals.
I said I meant to really big backs. Okay,
so that one's so specific.
So non-binary individuals, people that like present an androgyny. Almost.
Yeah, but like it's almost like full circle. So the first one in the Addies was queer, and scoliosexual is the attraction to queer individuals.
Okay, but specifically non-binary.
Specifically, yes.
Okay.
So androgynous.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is kind of wild.
Okay.
And all of these are different than. Okay, we're recording. We don't have much time left. The other ones is sexually evolving, so sexually fluid, kind of like exchanging over times. I feel like everyone's a little bit sexually fluid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you like specific times, but in 20 years it could change. Gray sexual, which I thought was an interesting like word for it. It falls between asexual and sexual, which basically experiences infrequent or conditional sexual attraction. So I kind of feel like it's like conforming to being in a relationship, like you're asexual, but you're in a relationship and you have sex
Who
sometimes.
uses these terms?
Some
Who
people,
who
bro.
came up with them?
I mean,
Romantic
people
orientation.
feel this way.
By romantic,
Romantic orientations is a whole nother section where some people distinguish sexual and romantic attraction.
okay.
So, like you said, biromantic, and then there's aromantic. Biromantic is whenever romantic attraction, you have romantic attraction to more than one gender, whereas aromantic is a little to no romantic attraction regardless of sexual orientation. So, two like basically opposite sides of the spectrum, more romantic focused than like sexually, but it was a call out from ChatGPT, so I did want to mention it. And that's my presentation on the types of sexualities. Education.
Wow.